The eve of September 24th, welcome into the Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast. Slightly different angle for your boy right now. Still figuring it out, but we got a new PC. Fourth episode in a row that if you've listened to me, I told you that it shit the bed. So we're still figuring some stuff out. I hope it sounds okay. The boys say I sound okay, so we'll just hope.
It's a lot better. We recorded taglines on like a BlackBerry phone, so it's looks better.
That BlackBerry phone was my MacBook computer. The lighting was poor. Lighting situation is a little bit better. Nonetheless, we power through. Welcome in tonight. Thank you all for joining us live, having a blast doing the live shows this year. And it really helped with the engagement. Already got some comments. I know when we come in here a minute or two late, everyone's ready. Love that. Love that we're queuing people up. Please participate in the chat. If you are watching on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button to see more of Kevin and Grant's pretty faces and their beautiful hairlines, of which they were talking about prior to hitting the record button. We're 2 for 3 on that front. I'm a lost cause at this point, but we still have 2 that are fighting the good fight. So there you go. Please hit the subscribe. It's helped a lot. We're over 4,400 now. The climb, Grant, to 5,000. I know that's a back end goal for us. We made at one point we're like, hey, we're 5,000 and beyond. It's a slow one. The YouTube grind is a slow one, but we're gonna get there. Thank you guys for the support on the YouTube, all the podcast platforms. And every time we do a little review segment where we read reviews, we always get a new one. I think we got a couple. We'll read those in a few weeks, maybe next week during the bye week if we're bored. Huge show tonight. Huge week for the Hawkeyes. I mean, boys, this Indiana team, I don't know how much of a wagon they are. I think they're pretty damn good. And they are the national media darling right now. Everything's about the Indiana Hoosiers and Curt Cignetti and this unstoppable quarterback who's now the favorite for the Heisman. This game, in my perspective.
You got it. Go ahead.
I'm bad with words. Tough to be in this line of work. My perspective on this in just 2 weeks has changed drastically. And I think everybody's has. It's like, oh, Indiana's that's going to be a good game in Kinnick. Hawkeyes could get a nice, that could be a good test for them. Now it's like, oh, this is a good test for Indiana. It's completely flipped. So I'd love your guys' thoughts on that. Big rundown tonight. We got a lot of stuff to hit on, but thoughts and feelings going into week 5, home Big Ten opener in Kinnick Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Indiana thing's kind of interesting. I mean, last year, the only 2 losses, schedule a little bit easy, but they annihilate everyone on the schedule. You get to the end of the season, and their only 2 losses are 2 teams that played in the national championship game. So if you're doing like a little college football math, you're kind of thinking like you can make an argument that Indiana was, despite being a first-round college football playoff loss, like, hey, maybe we, despite like changing our mind on them, they're pretty good, and then they reload and get even better. Last week, I mean, obviously we see what they did to Illinois, but it's still early in the season. Like, I don't know if we know how Illinois is going to end up or not. Like, they're underdogs to USC this weekend. So, I don't know. I still believe in the Hawks. Saturday night, I don't know if you guys saw, if you were up late enough, this line opened at 2. It was Iowa plus 2.5 or something like that. I was sitting in Fort Worth, Texas, and I was like, oh, boy, Vegas, guys. Like, I love what I'm seeing. And then I woke up and it was the current line of 7.5. I was like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So
I remember seeing that line coming into last week. So like FanDuel usually has lines a couple weeks out in advance.
Sure.
If you want to bet out in advance. And I remember seeing it. Yeah, it was Indiana minus 1.5. And it was still there like midday Saturday. I don't remember seeing it after the Illinois game. Did you see it after the Illinois game? Still,
I saw it was like late at night. It was probably like 2 a.m. Okay. Indiana minus 2.5.
Really?
And then woke up to and this is like, I don't know, like 9 a.m., 7.5. So something happened overnight.
A lot of movement.
I saw 4s out. I saw 7, 6.5, 8.5. It's been jumping around. But despite all that, I feel exactly the same, if I'm being honest, compared to last week. Like, I think Indiana's getting the respect they deserve, but I feel the exact same about the Hawkeyes.
About the Hawkeyes in general or about them in this game?
Yes.
I got to be honest. And this is just media bias. Like, I for this podcast, I listen to Lystico, Doctorman, everybody. I try to pull from different sources to have fun stats and topics to talk about. I feel not good about. They're talking this Indiana team up to be, and then you listen to Coach Ferentz, and he puts on the perfume. Kev, he talks up those opposing coaches and teams. Kevin's tired, man. It was a long day at work. You have a jawline that when you yawn, it's still like, damn, that guy's sexy. By the way, I didn't even notice it tonight. There's probably some people that are pissed or sad. Drake didn't hop in. He never lets us know if he does or not. So I guess no Drake tonight. Still time. We'll see. But yeah, man, I just, KF's talking about this team like, oh, a lot of similarities to Ohio State. I mean, they're doing everything on offense. They average 5, and I know you got to look at the schedule, right? They're averaging 588 yards a game on offense. This guy has thrown like no picks, 14 touchdowns. His completion percentage the last 2 games is like unbelievable, not a human. And they have a running game. Their line's better than last year. Their defense is aggressive. They blocked a punt for a touchdown the other day. Like, this is a complete football team coming into Kinnick Stadium.
Yeah.
How do you beat it, Kev? How do you beat a complete football team, man? I tell you what, man. That's a good team coming in from Bloomington, huh? What are we gonna do about these Hoosiers?
We've had a lot of good teams coming to Kinnick over the years, and managed to beat a lot of them over the years.
Struggled recently.
Yeah, a little bit.
Where do you think Walmart guy is right
now? Judging by the state of his health in 2016,
probably dead.
Nowhere positive.
Yeah, I think maybe in the ground.
I was gonna guess Walmart, but
now if somebody could head over to the south side, Highway 1 Walmart in Iowa City, I'd just peruse around, and if you find a truly one-of-one interesting character who's maybe talking about the Hawks' chances over the weekend, please let me and Kevin know, because I believe we actually talked about Walmart guy in episode 1. It was either 1 or 2.
It was early.
This
podcast, a new Call of Duty or something that week.
Yes, you and I were out at Walmart on like a Tuesday night or Thursday night, like at 8:45 p.m.
I think it probably would have been Thursday. It would have been our off day.
It was our off day. We were buying like whatever Call of Duty came out in 2016. And hey, Hawks are going to need a prayer. Hey, God must have been in Iowa City that night, because we got one. We got a couple. This podcast brought to you by Walmart guy. I wish. Now, we are presented by FanDuel. We're going to talk all about those odds later on in the show. FanDuel, the beautiful blue sportsbook app, the only one in America that you need to know about. And you should sign up right now and be betting your picks. Going to be an interesting night of awards winners tonight, because I'm going to implement my new strategy. And no one knows how that's going to go. We're all very excited, aren't we?
Okay.
Grant, are you excited about it?
I am excited. I'm just happy to be here. I like talking Hawks, talking football, and Big Grove Brewery, Swarm, FanDuel, whatever comes
all of
up.
them.
Yeah.
All of them. I'm going to go quickly off topic, kind of. I have a couple bookkeeping things. I have one thing on the rundown that I've been meaning to do for a while now, and unfortunately, I don't know where this is going to end up. Right before the season, Grant, your guy, Max Llewellyn, came out with some merchandise. They were raising money for a cause over there.
Yes.
I know we talked about it at one point. You have a t-shirt. You bought a t-shirt from that.
Yes,
run.
it's around here somewhere. It's in the other room.
So I saw that. There was a beautiful Max Llewellyn jersey.
Oh.
And I thought, dude, Grant's got to have this.
Oh, boy.
And I bought the jersey.
Oh, no.
And I sent it to your house. And it said like a week and a half ago that it got delivered. And then like undelivered, like taken back to the and now I can't even, the tracking is completely messed up. I have no idea where this Max Llewellyn jersey is, but I was going to have you. So, if you remember correctly off in IRL, I texted you and said, you're going to get a package addressed to me.
Yeah, that was months ago.
Yeah, well, it took before the season.
Yeah.
And I was going to have you open the Max Llewellyn jersey on live on the show, and we were going to talk about it, promote the thing. So because I don't have my second monitor up tonight, I don't have the link. I can't share the screen, but maybe I'll post that in underneath this episode on X or whatever. If you guys have a chance, go to find Max Llewellyn on social media, and there's I think it's still going, or maybe not. You can still donate to the cause they're trying to promote there. So shout out Max Llewellyn.
Shout out. Yeah, I think it's his only NIL thing, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, the whole rundown on it was like, this guy doesn't want to do NIL, but we got him to do it for a good cause. So
and also Grant's Dogs. Shout out.
Grant's Dogs. People asking for Grant's Dogs t-shirts.
I was mocking up designs. I was working on them.
We need it. And that could be the first drop from the Grand Island College football show.
I had it was a collage of it just say Grant's Dogs, and below it was like a collage with Max Llewellyn, Big Red from Western Kentucky, Rick Pitino's in there somewhere, Jokic. It's a whole thing going on. We're working on it.
It could be a Mount Rushmore with four of your dogs' faces on it. It could be Max Llewellyn.
I'm thinking more like Last Supper with everyone. Except, and then I don't know who would be.
You're Jesus?
Jesus is Jesus, and then it's more I got to figure out, maybe we have Coach K as Judas or something.
And that is why you come to this podcast for quotes like that. Jesus is Jesus. How about that one? Now I'm going to really derail us before we get back into a college football talk situation. This is a random thought. This is like, hey, three bros have a podcast. Let's sit down and talk. But I was just thinking, what do you think is the most impressive thing? And we have to define impressive in this context. But what's the most impressive thing that you've ever done in your life?
Oh, jeez.
Like physically, mentally, achievement-wise. It could be.
Is this an acute single one thing, or?
It could be. So context. When I thought about it, and this is people are gonna be like, Jesus Christ, why are we tuning into the show at 7:30 on a Wednesday night? I thought of this when I was working out, and I did something that was fairly impressive in the context of exercise. And I was like, I wonder how many people on earth can do what I just did. There's not very many.
Oh, so this is a toot your own horn.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. I was curious where this is going.
But then I wondered, well, I mean, at one point, when it came to the art of and job of long snapping, I think I cracked the top 50 in the world for a small window of time. I think I was a top 50 long snapper in the world. And so I think long snapper probably has to be the most impressive thing that I've ever done. I don't know anything else that I can do or could do at one point that was better than 50th best in the world, or call it 100th best even. And then I got to thinking, I was like, I wonder what Kev's does everybody have one of those things? It could be like, hey, I won the national spelling bee. It doesn't even have to be physical. Give us your comments in the chat. What's the most impressive thing you've ever done? And the context of impressive is if you had to rank your achievement or your feat, how high would it rank of all the humans on Earth? Then I thought I could solve a Rubik's Cube at one point under 15 seconds. There's way more people on Earth that could do that. They could. What are we private chatting?
Nothing. There's nothing in the private chat.
Why are you guys laughing?
I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah, we're just watching this. We're just watching this go. Yeah, we're watching this go, man. Just keep going. You're good.
I'm waiting for answers from these guys. I have to keep talking about myself.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I did get third place at the second grade Foxhall Elementary spelling bee, but
I do have an answer that I'm not going to put out. I'm not going to talk about though. I'm going to go back to grade school. I set the
mile record.
The mile record at 6:12 as a fifth grader.
That is really impressive.
6:12 in fifth grade. Holy cow.
It's insane.
That's pretty good.
That's like what I run a mile in right now, and I'm pretty fit. In case you have noticed.
I probably should have just leaned into the medium distance running thing. It probably would have gone a lot better for me.
Like as soon as you finish that mile, just Seth Wallace just like walked onto the track. He's like, son, you should be a Hawkeye.
Well, Seth Wallace was probably in college at that point.
2000 and
visionary, makes him a visionary then.
2005.
Yeah, 2005. Coach is what? Like, how old is Coach?
I think
50?
he's in college at that point.
He's close. Yeah.
I think he's catching passes for college at that point.
Legend.
Hey, go college.
Absolute legend. When he last year when he had, he was head coach for the day because KF was suspended for the first game or whatever. All the networks like ran with that story for the week. It was like, oh, we can spin a new twist on this. We have something else to pull out. They were pulling out highlights of Coach Wallace.
He was a dog. Bro,
like receiving touchdowns, him coming across the middle, scurrying around the defense, finding the pylon. I was high, man.
I would love to see some KF highlights back in the day.
Middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Middle linebacker, Coach Ferentz, circa 70 this year, so it would have been
the 70s.
Yeah, like early 70s.
Yeah, early 70s. I think he was like 25 or something like that when he became the O-line coach at Iowa.
Young guy, yeah.
And that was in 81, right?
81. Yeah, I believe so. 80,
so, yeah,
81.
Early mid 70s, yeah.
It's a good segue into my next topic. Let's real quick touch on a sponsor of the show. Thank you to Eagle Point Solar. This year. This year. They were on earlier in the year. They grabbed a month during the season. We love pumping the solar, pumping the sun right into your homes potentially. You have a very, very limited amount of time. We're talking like a week. If you are someone who happens to have been considering solar at this point in your life, this would be the week to do it. Because Eagle Point Solar, not just Eagle Point, but the industry, the tax credit's going away at the end of the year. And to have jobs done and receive that tax credit by the end of the year, you need to be contracted by the end of September. So that's coming up, and you should get in touch with Eagle Point Solar today, bringing you the sun. Such a sick, such a sick motto. Like you could have the coolest mottos as a solar company.
That's what they say about solar.
We bring the energy, baby. Not that Gervais fake juice either. That's real juice coming right from the sun.
Feels pretty real.
Feels great. I took a walk in the sun today. I could feel the vitamin D soaking in.
Are you an early morning walk guy? Get that early morning light Andrew Huberman's all about?
I'm not. No.
Grounding.
I believe that's probably true. I like to break up the work day with little 5 to 10 minute walks. I have like a 400 meter down and back down the street that I go and turn around. Just a little work snack, little exercise snack.
Little mental break.
Yeah. Did that today before I potted with Eichholt. Great show with Eichholt this morning. Everybody go check that one out. And got some breaking news in the middle of that podcast about a potential women's basketball recruit. Oh, how about that? Hamburg Inn on with us this month as well, Kev. Favorite item at the Hamburg Inn?
I mean, we keep talking up their pie shakes, but I really do fuck with their pancakes.
Pancakes, bro.
Yeah.
Pancakes. Known for great D, by the way. Check out the not Hamburg.
I was gonna say I don't think that's
it could be known for great D too.
That just could not have been a part of the ad read they gave
you. Hamburg Inn, known for great D.
Yeah, dude.
Known for great diner.
After a late night in Iowa City, some Hamburg Inn pancakes the next morning always soak up the sins, if you will.
There's not a lot of places anymore that have the ambiance either. You
always love going in because they have like all the pictures of all like the politicians who've come through that always like go stump there like during the Iowa caucuses. It's like pretty cool little spot.
Yeah, the history component adds so much to it. Nate Kading has a hand in ownership there. They saved it. It was gonna go out of business or be sold or whatever. And they swooped in and picked it up and saved an Iowa City iconic place. And so go support them. It's pretty easy with our show. You eat breakfast at Hamburg Inn, dinner at Gray's, you bet with FanDuel, support the Swarm, and you drink at Big Grove. And if you happen to need solar energy, Eagle Point. Back in 1981, Iowa brought on Coach Ferentz as an offensive line coach. He eventually became the head coach in 1999. He is the longest tenured. We all know this. But what I didn't know is you could be a top 10 longest tenured coach if you started head coaching at your current spot.
Ooh, let's guess.
To break the top 10, you had to start in what year?
Just the top 10. Okay.
Wait, can you repeat the question? Hold on.
Coach Ferentz is the longest tenured coach in college football at his current spot, 27 years this year. To break the top 10 in tenure at their current job, you have to have had started at that position in what year?
Is this all D1? Is this what?
I believe it was all D1. Yeah, the list I saw was all D1.
I'm going to say 2018.
I'm going to go back a little bit further. Yeah, there's no way there's only 10 dudes since the last 7-8 years.
I don't know.
I'm going to go 2014 gets you top 10.
2014 is correct.
Wow, Kev, look at you.
I'm almost positive. Again, I can't share the screen. I don't have the list on me. I saw it today.
I mean, it's Ferentz by a lot now that Gundy unfortunately fired.
Well, and that's where I was going. I wanted to talk about how impressive
Utah, right?
Whittingham is 2005?
Whittingham is second, 2005. Yeah. And Gundy was third, I believe, or was second.
So I got a question about Gundy for you guys. All right, as unapologetic Ferentz lovers here.
I believe the third coach to be fired so far this year.
Let's call 4, I think.
Okay.
No.
Virginia Tech, UCLA.
Gundy.
I don't know of any others, but maybe there are.
Okay, maybe not. But so I was kind of surprised that, Gundy, he's been a part of the Oklahoma State regime, player, assistant coach, head coach, 35 years. He's been involved with the program, 35 seasons. Could they not just let him finish out and retire? Like they had to fire him this year? What does this change? Like the coach that I feel like they're going to go after, is probably going to be coaching into December, right? Like they're not. I don't know. Maybe unless they're like, we got to go get John Gruden tomorrow. I mean, I don't see. I feel like it was almost disrespectful after 35 years with the university.
Yeah, I feel like usually that's because of there's some boosters that are very unhappy and it's like, hey, I need this guy gone yesterday. But it sounds like their biggest booster died last year or something like that, passed away. I don't know. You
talking about T. Boone Pickens?
Yeah, him.
Dude, I looked him up. I was unaware of this guy and what he did and why. Back in 2005, he gave him $200+ million or something. I already forgot what he did.
It had to be oil money.
He was a hedge fund, BP Capital Management.
Good for him. And so I brought this to the table. Obviously, this is sort of old news at this point. The Gundy is more recent, but UCLA firing their head coach, that was last week's news. And it does bring into question. It's like, man, Gundy is one of those guys, Whittingham another, where it's a similar situation, like Grant said, of, man, has he earned the right to go on his own, right? What would it take for a university to say, thanks for all you've done, but it doesn't mean anything in how you go out? I think Gundy started to get a little bit, I don't follow the big, the Big 12, his press conferences week to week, but I saw a few clips. He's talking about, well, they got a lot of, making excuses. They got a lot of NIL up there in Oregon. And then they beat 69-3.
Yeah, and then I remember seeing everyone's making fun of him online after they lose to Tulsa. It's like, how much money they got in Tulsa?
Yeah.
Which actually, I think they got a lot of money.
They probably have a decent amount. Yeah.
Also, is a very affluent community.
It goes to show that, man, you can build a lot of social credit and goodwill, and they'll still cut you. They'll clip you. Now, I don't think there's a lot of politics that go into that, right? Like, how were his relationships with faculty and
the remaining boosters,
upper management, the boosters, all this stuff. I think I've seen a lot of his players speaking out and kind of sticking up for him. Often going to be the case. Certainly.
Yeah, I think they're also looking at the direction of the program, right? It's like, where are we going this year? It's looking like a bad year. They're off to a 1-2 start and looking bad during that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a win left on the schedule. I mean,
yeah, they're going to be dogs the rest of the way, most likely.
Let's pull up their game this week. FanDuel odds,
which is so like
they're 3 touchdown dogs to Baylor.
Yeah, 20.5.
Yeah. So they may be looking at like, I don't care if anybody from this roster leaves. Like, this roster is dog crap.
Which is so
we got to start the official search for a head coach now and get feelers out there. It's probably the thought process, but
sure.
Yeah, I think 20 years and the dude almost had him in a natty once. Like, it was like 4 years ago. They were
this far away from the playoff. Literally.
Yep.
This far. Diving for the end zone.
Yeah. It's like, man,
doesn't get you
probably
much.
deserve to like have the conversation like, hey coach, like this is probably gonna be your last year.
Or even just tell him. Like, at this point, you could tell him this is it. This is it. But like,
you're free to step down at any point, but at the end of this year, you're done.
Correct. Yeah.
Instead of just consistent program too. It wasn't like they were always a 4-win team and they just kept them around for 30 years.
No, it's like Big 12, but they were always like 8-4 or at like the floor, and like every other year they were like 9-10 win program.
Yeah, man. It sparks an interesting conversation. And then you start to look at who's next, right? And my eyes go straight to Madison.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah, that's a weak looking outlet there.
I mean, they are in a bad spot.
Man. Yeah, that's a demoralized fan base right now.
If you had to, I feel like there's. I thought Billy Napier was going to be fired by now. Florida.
Oh, him as well. Yeah, him as well.
I'd put him in my like rankings of like it would probably go Florida, Luke Fickell, and then like 3-ish Arkansas, Sam Pittman. But like Arkansas and Sam Pittman have been there for so long. Like part of me just thinks they're just cool with it. Like they're like, it's fine. Actually. like he might have job security. We
just like playing baseball down here, brother.
They are good. Hey, I mean, Woo pick. Why not?
Woo pick. Wisconsin has a bye week this week. So I saw some hilarious comments about how, hey, it's like, hey, do you guys see, be realistic, Wisconsin fans. Do you see any wins left on the schedule? And the first response that was like a million times was going to be an interesting matchup this week against the bye. I mean, how long does he got? Boys, if he goes, Maryland was supposed to be
they are 100% dogs the rest of the way out.
Like, I mean, after this bye week, it's at Michigan, Iowa comes to town, Ohio State comes to town. They go to Oregon. They have Washington at home. They go to Indiana.
Bad.
They get Illinois at home.
Bad.
And they finish with Minnesota.
This is a best case scenario 4-8 team.
4-8, and that's if at this point, that's if they get. I mean, Iowa's probably one of the wins they think they might have a chance at if things somehow magically happen, right?
Maybe Minnesota at the end of the year.
Yeah. Maybe if Illinois is not as good as we thought they were, if he goes, he could very well go undefeated in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
And if he goes,
I think a lot of what they decide to do is there an empty stadium? Like, are there even fans showing up to the stadium towards the end of the year?
Man.
Well, I saw that. Well, I mean, half the time, like Go look at the end zone at halfway through the first quarter.
I don't understand the student thing.
It's the students that's always been the way. Even when they were like a top 10 program year in, year out.
I guess I saw people saying that it's like the lines to get in. Like
No.
apparently the student line is like
there is
it
that.
takes
yes.
forever.
Fix it then.
Well, one, they like to drink a lot, and
They do drink a lot.
Hey, spotted
like,
cow.
They like to stay out.
Delicious.
They like to stay out in the first quarter and keep drinking, and then they show up later. But yes, I did hear that they have like a very organized system to get their students like seated. So like Clover, you remember being out in Kinnick, like pregame warmups when they opened up the gates and the students would sprint down.
Mad dash.
Yeah, to try to get like the front row seats in the student section.
There's like injuries.
You'd see like 2 or 3 people tumble each game.
Amazing.
Yeah, for broken ankles for sure. Yeah, Wisconsin has like a system to like prevent that. They all have to walk in a single file line to get there or something.
I think it's by row too. Like you can't just show up and sit in the back. Like when you show up to like the Iowa, it's general admission. Like you can sit wherever you want. It doesn't matter. But like I think it's like, okay, you're the third person here. You're forced to be in the front row.
Yeah.
Like you can't like sprint up to the top. I have no idea. He won't survive the loss to Iowa. I don't know. I kind of want.
And YouTube says he won't survive the loss to Iowa. That's 2 games. I mean, I don't know how you do it either. I mean, like Big Cat from Barstool, obviously massive Wisconsin fan. There's other Wisconsin players. I think the Watt brothers have occasionally said something. They're like, "Oh man, we're in tough times right now. It is like, don't talk to me, don't call. We are in the dark times."
This might be controversial as Wisconsin is one of our trophy games. I want them to be better than this. I don't like watching this Wisconsin.
I'm okay with them being this way for a while.
Okay.
I have mixed feelings on it. Like it is, as a program that I respected a lot, probably more so than any other program in the Big Ten.
Totally fair.
Retweet.
And it's kind of sad to see how far they've come, but at the same time, fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I get that. Yeah.
Identity, and they decided to just abandon it for some flashy new object, and it bit them in the ass. And you know what? You got to sleep in the bed you made. So
Totally fair.
Now, Grant, this brings us to the last one in this conversation that I want to hit on before we get to some Iowa stuff. Are you still buying stock? Are you still a stockholder of Dabo and the Clemson Tigers?
Oh, we're done with them. Yeah, I had a bad addiction to Cade Klubnik, and sought the help that I needed. I'm officially done with it. So
I mean, Syracuse.
I've been clean of Cade Klubnik for about 4 weeks now. Feeling good.
I think Clemson's 1-3.
1-3.
Oh, it's real bad. Now you got to be wondering. Wisconsin head coach Dabo Sweeney. What's good? No, I don't know. Even if you're a Power 5, like if you're the Wisconsin AD, do you even like? I don't even know if I'm that interested in Dabo. If I'm being honest, like,
Not right
outside
now.
of just
Well, I mean,
Dabo's been
I'm not
openly against the NIL and the pay players, and
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
I'm not smart enough to know any of this, or probably figure it out if I had the time. But it's like you look at how was Dabo so good for that period of time, and why has he been so bad since basically the NIL came around? It's like, is he a good fundamental coach, or did he just always have some of the best players in the country, and he can't get that anymore?
were they just able to pay guys when you weren't supposed to be?
Oh, Dabo would never do that. He has probably some
Right.
like some acronym that he has for that he made up. I don't know. He's got a bunch of those, but I
mean, to his credit, they were a nothing program before he got there,
Yeah.
and he brought them to multiple national championships.
8 of the last 10 ACC championships.
Yeah.
Clemson.
I mean, look at the like his playoff record too. Like he was always in the playoff up until this point. I mean,
It was like them versus Alabama 3 or 4 years in a row.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
No,
out
I mean,
Hunter,
the-
shout out Hunter Renfro.
The shout out.
Dog.
Walk on.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
The resume kind of speaks for itself, but man, they are. I mean, you'd much rather be. Some people aren't happy with Iowa. Oh, it's good. Who knows what we're gonna do this year? We're like, but you'd much rather be an Iowa Hawkeye right now than you'd be a Clemson Tiger.
I do have an answer for their program.
So, I mean, it seems like they still have good recruiting classes, though. No?
They had like the number one.
I'll look it up.
Go look at their transfers this year, or like top ranked players. They had 5 of the top 20 players, I think, in that list.
I did see an interesting thing in football. The top 7 transfer portal recruiting
like
rankings.
25 an hour or something like that.
They're undefeated right now.
Yeah, I did.
So
see that.
the money is
How
currently
much of those
talking.
were just already good teams, though?
Texas Tech?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay, but it's Tech. Like I'm saying, more like Tech is the story of it. And like
Florida State, who was
some
dog
of them might
shit
have been
1
good.
year ago.
Yeah, but they also, a part of me thinks they got dog shit because of the transfer portal. Like they tried to clean house, it didn't work. I don't know.
Says
Just
that
food for
in
thought.
for this year, 25, Clemson was. Are they not up there? Really? Wow.
Was that now?
26th. It's not great for Clemson.
Yeah.
That's.
No.
I mean, that's.
Is that the portal ranking or their recruiting ranking?
They're
This is
probably not.
the-
Do they have? I think
I
they
don't
have
know if that
3
includes
transfer guys.
portal
They
or
don't really.
not.
They don't really do the portal there.
True. I don't know if that includes the portal or not. It says that includes 15 commits. So I'm assuming that's their class that they brought in.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, 27th.
Okay.
So you could have a top 25 recruiting class basically and be 2 of the worst programs in the worst spot. Iowa coming in.
Yeah.
I do want them to. I want them to open the phone lines again on Dabo Sweeney's radio show, so that Tyler from Spartanburg can save the program once again.
Good point. It's funny. Coach Ferentz actually. We compete with Coach Ferentz for about 30 minutes on Wednesday nights when we do this. He's doing.
Really?
He does his Hawk Talk with Gary at the View, like at 6:30 to 8 or something like that. So
I should just go hang out there, order a beer, and call in and look over at his show and we'll do our show at the same time.
see if we can get him to guest appearance. Get him.
Can you call in to Hawk Talk? Is it?
He said call into this. He meant.
Oh, call into this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if I merge the calls?
We might as well. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't have us run Hawk Talk with Gary and KF. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
we'll keep
that's
going.
clearly a good idea.
Ooh.
Another good idea. You could go to the View, or you could go to Big Grove Brewery. Why wouldn't you?
It's a better establishment.
Bigger,
Grovier. Brewery.
more brewery,
Can't argue with that. I mean, that just makes sense.
more probably more beer options, and a lot more space. It's a beautiful spot. 5 beautiful spots, in fact. You can go to multiple locations. Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, bunch of other beers that people love there. Notoriously not a huge beer drinker, but hey,
It's Oktoberfest season. Big fan of the Oktoberfest.
Mhm.
the Oktoberfest is huge. I mean, why not go enjoy Oktoberfest while you watch the game if you can't go to Kinnick? If it's an away game, it's the best spot. Official watch party location of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And we appreciate Big Grove's support of the show this season. The Swarm appreciate their support as well. We're gonna have
Sounds
Brad.
like they were doing some work.
So I'm
today.
I'm eyeing to have Brad on to explain the current Swarm state of the Swarm. Probably next Thursday, a week from now.
Okay.
Because that would be the preview pod of a bye week, and we don't normally do great previews anyway. We suck. Everyone here for 30
Tell him
minutes.
he's got to bring his picks, though, because we're still doing picks.
He's gonna have to bring his picks. Yep,
Yeah.
still got to have his Wards winners locks. We're gonna try and have Brad on, and then I'm gonna try and get Kating on on what would be the recap podcast of the bye week. Again, nothing to talk about, so have those 2 on to kind of fill the bye week space, and we'll still have I think we'll get the coordinators for the press review show during bye week, so we'll still have the iColt pod that week as well. Shout out to the Swarm. They're going to help us keep guys around in the era of Dabo not participating in NIL. I don't know how much he works with his collective down there. Clearly not enough. The Hawks, they're going to do it. KF, Tyler Barnes, they are all very entwined with the NIL situation. We're going to try and get great recruits, and we're going to try and keep them. And the Swarm is going to be a big part of that. So shout out to the Swarm for sponsoring the show. Love those guys. Lane Kiffin.
Patty Toddy.
And more importantly, Landry Kiffin.
Careful.
Careful, man.
Ole Miss is going to play LSU this week.
Great game.
Great game.
Phenomenal game.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Surely there's no
And if
off the field
it's-
issues going on.
No, there's no drama.
Unfortunately, it's at the same time. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Right. Yeah, tough. Right. You could split screen it. Maybe you have
Yeah.
2 TVs. Find a
gonna
way.
have to buy a fourth TV.
Grant's actually lying. There is a little bit of off-field news, and it just so happens that Lane Kiffin's daughter, who's notoriously sort of present online,
Okay.
comes out and
Talking
sort of,
for a member from that family.
yeah, right. Like it's kind of par for the course there. Comes out and kind of hard launches a relationship with LSU's star middle linebacker,
Wood Weeks.
stud,
He's great. That's
absolute
legit.
stud. And I'm not talking about on the football field. This man is beautiful. I mean, this is a specimen, and that's just a tough look.
Careful.
That's a tough look. I'm not. It's probably a good thing that Drake isn't on the show because he would say some vulgar stuff at this point. But I'm just saying it's got to be a little
Does
distracting.
his daughter go to LSU?
She goes to Ole Miss,
Oh no!
and she like hard launched their relationship. Yet like 2 days ago, week of the game.
Week
Oh
of the game.
no!
Can't be doing this.
She hates her father.
And you know what's even better
Hates him.
is somebody, obviously the internet gets a hold of this, and like the big tweet that I saw going around was the quote of the picture of them on Instagram. It's like, I know one thing, bet the over.
No,
Lane Kiffin responds to the tweet and says, yes, bet the over.
Hey, we know we've
That's gotta
been on
be
this. We've been on this for months. That Lane is very openly trying to cover every spread and to get the over. So,
And he's about to take on his daughter's boyfriend's defense, where he might potentially try to
New
hang
boyfriend, too.
100.
He's not met this man yet. He doesn't have any respect for him.
No
oh,
respect.
he did make a statement on Whit Weeks.
Did he?
He said he's a great kid from a great family. Looking forward to the game or something like that. I don't know. I'm reading the facts.
He's gonna
Okay.
try to embarrass him.
This isn't. This isn't
now
Bravo
here's,
TV.
here's an
right?
here's an alternative. Here's an alternative viewpoint. Could Lane be employing his daughter?
Oh, distractions in the locker room.
Yeah.
God, it's the coaching difference. That's you
How
can tell.
much film?
That's
How much film has Whit Weeks watched this week?
No? he is a Saban disciple. This would not shock.
At least 8 minutes less.
Family show.
8 minutes. Huh? 8 minutes is a long time, man.
Well,
They did it 4 times.
I was going to say 8, but
You gotta if you're Lane though, you have to. I mean, this is
That's tough.
Lane.
Lane.
You know better than this. You're a good coach.
It's not his fault.
Just- He's
Where's-
got to like. Look, all I'm saying is that, like, the amount of shit talk on this field on Saturday, if it's already was going to be bad, LSU Ole Miss.
Oh man.
I need a mic'd up of Whit Weeks or just maybe the center,
Yeah.
just get as much sound as possible, like the big boom mic out there. I got to hear it all. I don't want to spoil the awards wide receiver, but
We'll get there.
you
We'll
have
get
to
there.
go
We're
one
gonna do.
direction.
We're
You have
now
to go
gonna
one
do.
direction on this now.
Yeah, we're gonna do our mandatory 6 minutes of Iowa preview here. Iowa in Indiana.
Can I start off with a question though for Iowa?
Yes,
Indiana?
please.
Visualize, guys, the path to victory. Is it possible without at least one special teams or defensive touchdown?
of course, yes.
Yes,
An
but
actual
it's gonna require a lot of turnovers.
I'll take turnover that leads to like inside the turnover that leads to points counts. Like it doesn't have to be a pick six, but like if it's a fumble recovered on the 15, it leads to a touchdown, that counts. Need at least
It's going to require a turnover margin of +2 or more.
okay. Kevin?
We have to win the turnover battle for sure.
Okay.
I don't know if we absolutely have no chance of winning this game without a defensive or special team score or immediate setup for a score. I don't know if I believe that. There's a path to victory there without that for sure.
Okay. It's just a question.
I think that this game is, and maybe it's good for Iowa, right? Underdog. They don't even have to play up the underdog thing in the complex this week. It's like, hey, They're all
Everyone's
doing it.
talking about how good this team is, right?
Look at how good Indiana is. They're gonna fucking roll you guys. You guys are fucking dead meat. Hawkeyes can't win. Look what they did to Illinois. They're gonna come in and roll your ass. And they're gonna hear that all fucking week. The little Hawkeyes don't have a chance. Neither did the Hawkeyes in 2017 till Amani Hooker decided to do something special. And I think that is something that we have to do this week. We have to. This Indiana team, we talked about it. I talked about it with Eichelt today. Very little adversity has faced this Indiana team.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the only thing that they haven't shown is how do they handle when it gets sticky.
Have they played an away game yet?
No, it's the first one.
No.
Yeah, that's
They
another.
were down, I think, 10 to Old Dominion, or it was a close game with Old Dominion for week 1.
For a little bit.
Good team over there. Old Dominion.
ODU, baby. And so the first in, raucous away environment happens to be Kinnick Stadium.
God, I wish it was a night game.
No, God. Known for being a little rowdy. Known for messing with some teams. 3 straight false start penalties on a Penn State team just a few years ago. Could the little old Hawkeyes play spoiler to the nation's fast rising star of a coach and a team? We're going to need turnovers. We're going to need to play sound football. And Logan Jones earlier this week said, sort of in response to hey, how are you going to do this? How are you ever going to take on the Indiana Hoosiers? They said, we're going to make it physical as a motherfucker.
Love that. It's exactly what we got to do.
That is not a direct quote. I added the
I figured as much, but the sentiment, 100% correct. The offensive line needs to have the best game of the year that they've had in this game. They need to dominate. We need to be able to control clock, chew up, slow down their offense, keep our offense on the field. This is a game that Iowa wins by winning in the trenches. Got to make them one-dimensional on offense.
Yep.
And we gotta be able to have long, sustained drives on offense
that come away with points and additionally help to limit their possessions.
Yeah. Always got to win turnovers, got to win special teams, and then I think it's also really important for this game, like we said, their first road game in what's going to be a packed house. I think it's important to keep the home crowd in this one. If we start off like we did against Rutgers, and it's say they get the ball first, 7 plays, touchdown, we get the ball, sputter out, do nothing, they get the ball back, 7 plays, touchdown. It's going to kill the crowd vibe real quick. But if the crowd is in this one early and often, make it uncomfortable on those guys.
And it doesn't take a lot either, man.
That plays a lot into it.
And I hope you bought stock, because if this happens, but if Llewellyn gets free, this is one of those where he hits a spin, gets Mendoza before he can get the ball out. He gets it out quick. Coach Ferentz said it's going to be very hard to get a hand on him. Hey, it only takes one. And if he can knock it loose, Hawks jump on it. That's all they punch him in the mouth. See how they like that.
This guy's really damn good, and he can sling it. I think we're gonna have to acknowledge that he's probably gonna get his a few times during this game.
Heisman favorite.
Yeah, he's.
You know what I say that? Fuck him.
I thought you were gonna say, go view the odds on FanDuel.
Go to FanDuel and maybe see if that's good money. Yeah. Heisman currently Fernando Mendoza plus 850. Carson Beck right behind him. What a comeback!
Dante Moore. Check out him.
Plus 1100. Any other thoughts on the Indiana game?
I feel like it needs to be close the whole time. I think if we go down 14, we're in a lot of trouble. But keep within 10, I think is manageable to keep the game. But I don't love us fighting from behind against Indiana.
I've never listened to Doctorman before we were out of the program. he very well could have said this about one of our teams. Because there were some spreads where we were not.
Okay.
It was not looking good. He said, and he's watched this Indiana team the last couple of weeks because he's now a national guy that goes to different places. He said there's like a 50-50 chance that we get boat raced.
Well, that's gonna.
And he's a guy who picked Iowa to go 10-2 this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. There's always a chance of that. They have the tools to do it. They have a really good quarterback and good receivers. And if the offense can't stay on the field, then yeah, we will lose by a lot. But there's also an easy path. I like our matchups on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And I think if we play to those strengths, that we can keep it close and make it a tough, gritty ball game. And in a hostile environment, they make one mistake, and we're there to capitalize on it.
And, you know, PFF, take it for what you will. We currently, when you talk about the offensive line, have the best offensive line in the country, grade-wise. And not only that, but individually at their positions, we have across the board first, and second.
Is that good?
Seems good.
What the fuck's wrong with Dunker? Why is he not first?
Yes, Dunker, of course, being the second, right?
It's that slight injury against Iowa State affect the score?
I don't know.
Did you see just as a whole, like the top of grading all the run offenses, the first 6 were all Big Ten teams.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. The other thing I like about this game, Kev, is that unlike Indiana, that Rutgers game, you know, who cares about the opponent? The way that they won it, the back and forth nature, the away environment, like they were tested.
Yeah.
They
gives you the confidence to come out of a hotly contested game where you came back from behind and won. It's a very big confidence booster for a team.
And not only that, but it happened in a 4th week in a row where you could see improvement. On the offensive side of the ball, there was some defensive lapses, of course. But
and honestly, good, because I think that gives our team a chance to say, hey, this is where we got picked apart a little bit last week. And, you know, Indiana watched the film. They're going to try to do a whole lot of the same. That's
damn right.
Fix it.
I hope my soundboard works. We've come to the time in the night where we pick some teams. You guys ready?
Dun, dun, dun.
Kevin. Let's win. Let's pick some winning teams on FanDuel, presented by FanDuel this year. What a beautiful, beautiful platform that you can go make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on. Not financial advice, but you could do it if you wanted to.
Not if you're listening. We gotta step up our game a little.
Well, and that's why
we gotta focus it. We gotta turn this around.
Grant, that's why we're introducing Kluver's new betting system, Kluver 2.0, tonight. And so I have not looked at a single game. That's not true. I've been perusing during the podcast, but I'm going.
Not only are you randomly picking, you're randomly picking, then flipping it.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me make my picks. I'm looking at this as like what in my mind seems to make sense. Okay. USC, Illinois. I love Grant's face for this.
You could have even at least looked a little bit before and then flipped it. Like you're just looking at it now?
No, I'm looking at it now because I want my initial reaction of, oh, that's what I think would happen.
All right, go ahead.
USC, Illinois. Illinois is at home. USC coming across, they're making the trip, right? That far across the country trip that where Big Ten teams have struggled, no matter which way you go, right? Illinois needs a bounce back game. Illinois plus 6.5. Now hold on. Hold on. Okay? Stay with me. Georgia Tech.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Maybe I don't understand the strategy. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Georgia Tech. 16th in the country. Just talked about them. They're part of that recruiting, that NIL portal class that they're rolling. Georgia Tech minus 13.5 at Wake Forest. Georgia Tech. What else do we got here? Oh my God. Notre Dame at Arkansas? Only a 4.5 point line? The Fighting Irish will easily take care of that. Give me Notre Dame, -4.5. Hold on a second. Hold on to your britches. Should I go back to James Madison? Indiana just smoked.
Don't bring our Dukes into this game of yours.
Indiana
don't
just
do that
smoked.
to these guys.
I'm going to the Iowa game. I'm going to the Iowa game because I always bet the Iowa game. Indiana, Iowa. Iowa's got a little bit of offensive momentum. Indiana can score 100 points. The over-under is only 47.5. Over. Now, Grant, flip them. All the other picks. Everything else against it. Give me under 47.5. Give me Arkansas to cover 4.5 against Notre Dame. Give me Wake Forest to cover 13.5 against Georgia Tech. And what was my last one? USC, Illinois.
Yeah.
Give me USC -6.5. That is how we will do it. And if I go 4-0,
you said your first pick was USC. Are we flipping it to Illinois, or we?
No, I meant
USC.
No, I was rolling with. It would seem like Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois has the.
The graphic should say USC -6.5.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like you could have done that like way easier.
No.
But okay.
No, he wants to make it as difficult on you and the listeners as possible.
Even...
Hopefully, everyone is as confused enough not to follow those picks any way whatsoever.
Don't tell me.
Right.
You guys can go now.
But now he can tell.
You guys have the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, do I got to flip yours too, or what?
No.
Are you just gonna pick like a normal person?
Flip my picks like a pancake at Hamburg-in, baby.
I have conviction in myself and my picks. We're going to start off in the SEC. I got the over 52.5 in the Bama-Georgia game. I've got the under 52.5, Oregon-Penn State. Oregon making the long journey to Penn State. Penn State's been kind of slow out the gate, like every game this year. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game than most people think. So under 52.5 there. And then going back down to Oxford, Mississippi. Hotty toddy, gosh almighty. Ole Miss -1.5 versus LSU.
And the
Ole Miss looked real sharp last week. LSU, I've still got my questions on LSU. So I like Ole Miss -1.5.
That's it.
That is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Simple. Shoot, Kevin. Kevin, I think you convinced me on Penn State, Oregon. Under 52. Do I have permission to follow?
Permission granted.
Okay. All right. I'm going to add that first pick. Penn State, Oregon, under 52.5. I like it. Do points travel? Defense travels, but do points?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a long trip, and it's a grass field, and I don't know.
It's a long trip.
Yeah.
It's not a great grass field either.
No, but is it like Northwestern grass, or is it Northwestern at 10 a.m.
on par is more Northwestern, Michigan State, and Penn State up all about the same level of grass.
Michigan State's got some long grass up there.
They're not great.
Okay. All right, picks. I am taking Arkansas +5.5, but I'm not flipping it. I'm just picking it normally. Love Arkansas there.
I already feel better about me.
Off a game losing to what I would describe as a very good Memphis team. Shout out the Memphis Tigers there. Silverfield doing a good job as a coach. But yeah, I'm taking them versus Notre Dame. This is like their Super Bowl. This is everything for Arkansas. I think they're going to sell out and try and win it. Washington +8, jumping in front of Ohio State. Get ready to learn Demond Williams. All right. Dog for the Washington Huskies. I also think Jeff Fish, great coach.
Dog?
He's on the add him to the Grant's Dogs graphic. He'll go right next to Coach Patino. I think Washington's a good team this year. And I'm kind of like, I think Washington is the longest home winning streak. I just got to keep within a touchdown, guys.
Can we get a weekly Grant's Dogs graphic?
I would love to go sailgate in there sometime.
Oh, yeah. So let's see if they can keep it up there. I'm taking Ole Miss -1.5. This is like, Coach, everything's on the line right now. Like, you have to win this game. And also, I agree with Kevin. Like you look at LSU's, like they're getting rewarded for the Clemson winning. Clemson might be very bad. All right. And then it's like struggle with La Tech and fumble around. Like I think Ole Miss, this is a good spot for them as well. And then I'm going to take that over. Why would I go against Lane?
Listen to the man. Listen to him.
Right? He's telling me to do it, guys. All right. If anything, I'll just blame him.
Yeah.
And then also people forget that Lane Kiffin has acknowledged the existence of Big 10 Grant on Twitter. People like to.
That is true.
I have to remind people about that. Arizona State -2.5. Kentucky +5.5. I'm gonna be honest. I got to see it with South Carolina before I lay points with them. Like I just haven't been as thoroughly impressed as it is. Like I think Lenore Sellers can do it, but like I don't know if right now everyone's got him as like the number 1 quarterback prospect out of the class. And like I got to see more than 23 points a game to go to this field like that. So that's I'm taking Kentucky there. Virginia +7 Friday night versus Florida State. This just screams trouble. Couldn't tell you anything about Virginia right now, but hey, I'll take them +7. Why not? You want to get real bad here? Alabama +3.5 versus Georgia. I don't care. I don't care how good Georgia's looked. I don't care how bad Bama's looked. Kirby tucks his toe between his legs every time he plays Alabama. I don't know what happens. This is just the magic of the world. Every time Kirby sees the Crimson Tide, he freaks out. I'm taking Alabama 3.5. Arizona +6.5. They're playing Iowa State. Smells fishy, guys. Taking Arizona 6.5. And then Penn State -3.5 versus Oregon. I'm trusting Penn State. I don't know why. I feel like
you're gonna get fucked on that one, dude. You're gonna get scuba franked. But don't listen to me because I'm not.
But flip it.
Yeah.
but flip the pick. So I feel good. All right.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Good logic.
Penn State. I gotta trust best backfield. They should have the best roster. This is too. If they don't win this game, guys, it's might be super over in Happy Valley. I don't know what it is. Long travel for Oregon. Also, I feel like Oregon too. Like they've been getting all the hype in the world. They've just been crushing these teams, dominating them, and they're still underdogs. Like I feel like that's a little wink, hint. What might actually happen in this game. And then my last pick. I need to know what you guys think of this one. I want to put US to win the Ryder Cup this weekend on my picks, but it's -155. It's not a straight bet. Is that allowed?
Allowed.
Yeah, you can.
Anytime you're betting on America is allowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how much of a favorite they are. Jojo says I'm picking the Hawks -1 million. If you could find that line, that'd be amazing.
Oh, can I add someone to my pick real quick?
Yeah.
I'm on my hiatus of betting the Hawks because again, jinxing, don't want to do anything. But if you wanted to talk about trap games, guys.
This is a trap game.
Coming off of big win over Illinois, they got Oregon next.
At Oregon.
You come to your own conclusions, all right? Do whatever you want. I can't get involved with it. I'm just we're establishing a baseline of facts, and that should make you take Arizona +6.5 versus Iowa State. That's all I'm saying. But, hey.
Nathan says, shout out to my boy Alex for watching over 3 years. He's overseas teaching English and still listens to every episode. Shout out to the boy. Alex, you're a legend. Nathan, you're a legend. Everybody who joined us tonight and continues to this year are legends. Eat your Gray's chicken lips. Drink your Big Road beer. If you're in Kinnick Saturday, donate to the Swarm. If you're in Kinnick Saturday, woo!
You're going to be there.
I will be in attendance.
Kevin?
Kevin's a game day decision.
Okay. I wish I could be there.
With the way he just kind of closed his eyes, he seems like maybe it's a D for doubtful. But I will be there.
Okay.
It's going to be a hell of an environment, and if the crowd can get into it, it certainly could play a factor. Thank you guys for listening. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/washed-up walk-ons for more. Love you guys. We will recap this one on Sunday.